Hello, friends. This is Margaret with Alabama Prepper. I do hope everybody's doing okay today. It is about 95 here. We have an overcast today. Thought it was going to warm up. We had, cool off, not warm up. We had several days last week of pretty decent weather. It was very nice, but anyhow, it's kind of warm today. Don't have no makeup on today. The last 3 months, uh, I'm just not going that much. I'm not like going to town. I do my groceries online, going back and forth to help take care of my brother. And makeup is just something that I'm not doing, haven't done in a while. So please forgive me. One day I'll surprise y'all and have my makeup on. My brother's doing very well. He lives about, uh, probably about 8 to 10 miles away from me. I have to go down every morning. We're still doctoring his incision on his eye. My sister will take him back to Mobile on Thursday to get the stitches took out. Um, so the eye looks real good. The doctor done an amazing job on him. I just did not think that eye could be fixed, but he still cannot blink his eye. That eye stays open all the time. Even when he's sleeping, the eye stays open. But all in all, the eye looks great. But I have been reading a lot, and I know that if you turn YouTube on, if you turn the news on, if you turn Facebook on, uh, all you're going to hear is the presidential stuff. Some of it's the truth and some of it's the lies. You're just going to have to. Uh, I hope you know a little bit about what's going on so you'll know who's telling the truth and who's telling the lies. But, people, I'm going to tell you, uh, you know, I'm a Republican. I mean, I don't mind telling you that. If it makes you mad and you uh, unsubscribe me, then, that's your choice. But whether you're a Republican or you are a Democrat, right is wrong, right is right, and wrong is wrong. I read an article this morning about one of the candidates talking. I'm going to vote for the candidate who stands for God and stands for what God has taught us to stand for. I am not going to vote for someone that says it's okay to kill babies. Absolutely not. That is the most horrific thing. It's bad when they kill them after they're born, but when they kill the babies before they're born, and by all researching, a baby has feelings within 3 to 4 months of, being pregnant. I can't stand for a candidate that would harm a child. And I'm going to tell you, the Bible talks about that, what will happen to a person that hurts any of God's little ones, what will happen to them. If we want to keep our standards in the United States, in America, in our world, we are going to have to choose someone that stands for God's standards. I know a lot of people, and I'm not saying the whole generation, but a lot of the younger generation has no idea what we were founded on. They just have no idea, you know, what's going on, what was back in the old time. there's not that many older people now. I know very few people. I'm 70, almost 72, and I know very few people that's up in their 80s and 90s now that you can talk to about things that used to go on. These men and women, our grandparents, great-grandparents, they got out and they worked. They worked in the fields. They worked for their families. They homesteaded. They had, that's how they survived. Their children worked on their homesteads. They helped them make the garden, grow the garden, gather the garden, put the stuff up. But nowadays, our children didn't know how to do that. My children don't know how to do that. It's not something that's, on their list of priorities. We used to go fishing. We'd always go to Chinsaw. And I enjoyed riding the back roads and looking at the houses. And I'd always done a garden. And I would always look at these houses and see who had a garden, who had the prettiest garden. And everybody had a garden. I mean, everybody, there was just gardens everywhere. And we went riding. I had a doctor's appointment in Bay Minette about 2 months ago, and me and my husband went to Bay Minette, and we decided we would ride the old roads that we used to ride going when we would go fishing to the Chinsaw Lake. Most of the houses are still there, but there are no gardens now. But you got to take into consideration these people were probably 10 years older than me back then, and they've got older, they've died off, they're not able to garden, but their children and their grandchildren are not gardening either. Love to look at the houses, I love gardening. I've always loved gardening, but after I broke my hip, I couldn't get up and down. I couldn't pick beans. The only thing I could do was crawl on the ground, which was not good. But I loved having a garden. Now there are so many markets, and we have a big one in Atmore, outside of Atmore, and we have a big one in Pensacola. And then we have a lot of them here and there, a lot of farmers that grow their stuff. A lot of them goes and buys their stuff, and, that beside the road, and they sell. And I try to buy from them, to help them out. That way, a lot of people don't have to grow gardens. Growing gardens is hard work. You got to be in good shape, and you got to be young, and, well, I ain't going to say you got to be young. I have a lady that goes to church with me that's in her 80s that still gets out and picks butter beans. How she does it, I don't know, but she still does. She really works really hard. I am not able to do that anymore. I wished I could. I loved it better than anything. But the last bean patch that we had, I just said then, I can't do this anymore. I'm not even going to try. But we need to go back to what we were raised on, what this country was founded on. There's so much out there that we're losing, that we're losing, that they're changing, and people is wanting to go with this change. If something don't take place within 10 years, this is not even going to be the country that we grew up in. I love this country. I love what it stands for, but I would hate to know that I had to stand in line and somebody, give me this to eat, or say you got this so much, to eat on. I have a list, and I'm going to try to share it with you. I'm going to try to do another YouTube video this week. I wasn't really prepared for this one, but I wanted to go ahead and do it while I had it on my mind. But it's a list, I've seen it before, and it come out again this week, how things had changed in the last 4 years, how much everything had went up. And I want to read it to you, and I want you to see. A lot of you, you probably say, well, I already know that. You don't have to tell me that. But people, we've got to save our country. And a lot today, what's wrong, people are seeing it right. It's just sad. It is just really sad. So let's pray diligently for the Lord to put the right man and the president for our country, for our beliefs. I would not change my belief for nothing, for nobody. I am who I am, and I know that right's right, and I'm not going to choose wrong for right. I mean, I'm going to stand my ground, and I hope a lot of you will too. But anyhow, like I said, this video I had not put it together. It just come on the tip of my head. I saw something on Facebook about what was going on with aborting babies, and I don't know whether you can say this on YouTube or not, but where they were selling parts off of the babies that they had aborted to make money off of them. This is so wrong. It is so wrong. But anyhow, I hope you've enjoyed my video. I hope to start back doing more videos. Anyhow, it's really been busy between so much sickness going on. My brother has memory loss. I'd say the closest one. One of my brothers lives with him, but he has to work during the day. So if you've all dealt with a family member that has memory loss, you know what we're going through, and probably fixing to go through a lot more than that. But I love each and every one of you. Thank you for watching my video. Thank you for all my subscribers, all my new subscribers, and you do have a blessed day.